Moin, I'm Catherine, and I'm in bed with Ria Mae again. Because we just met at Reeperbahn Festival.
Yeah.
And did a super fun interview and book guessing game that I'm going to link in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And today you're not going to have to guess. Today we're going to talk, but you're in Hamburg today because you're playing with Tegan and Sara at the Ungefährlich in a few hours.
In a few hours. I'm so excited. Yeah, we're about halfway through the tour.
Yeah.
And it's going pretty well.
Tegan and Sara.
How
did you get that gig?
I just met them. I met them at the MMVAs in Canada, the award show. And I kind of busted into their green room, and I had a fake bracelet on to get into their section. And we had a conversation. We became friends right away. And I think Tegan asked me, she just said, "What are you doing in the winter? Where are you touring?" And I said, "I'll go with you guys." And now I'm here.
That's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. And today we're not going to guess books. Today we are actually going to talk about the book that you've read.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I've read this book.
You've read it. I actually saw it on her Instagram, and then I thought, okay, that sounds good.
Perfect.
We're going to talk about that. It's The Illegal. Give me some sign behind the camera if you can read this, by Lawrence Hill. It's my first Lawrence Hill novel. You?
It won't be your last.
I'm sure. I've already got another one. I'm on it.
Yeah, you have to read Book of Negroes as well. That's unreal. But he's a great writer. He really gets like when he writes female characters, you can't believe a man is writing it. When he writes little kids, you can't. Right? Yeah. Speechless. He's a great writer. So after Book of Negroes, when I saw this won a big contest in Canada called Canada Reads, and I said, this has to be my next book.
Okay.
So I bought it for myself for Christmas. I also bought it for my siblings. I'm making my tour manager read it next. And I really liked it. And you read it.
I read it.
And you really liked it.
And I really liked it. I liked it. I'm somewhere between I liked it and I really liked it.
You're somewhere between there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are a few, but let's talk about that later.
Oh.
Let's talk about that later. Okay. Can you summarize just very shortly what the book is about?
Yeah, well, I posted it right around, I think when in the States Trump had he decided to ban, what was it, immigrant ban or something.
Yeah.
I forget the hashtag. I'm trying to think of the Instagram hashtag. And I just finished reading this book, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird, because this book is exactly about that whole situation where this young kid needs to flee his country because his father, was a political journalist. He got killed. This kid had nowhere to go. Had to go to this other kind of country where it was more of like a have country instead of a have not. But they had this big ban on immigration. They didn't want anyone coming in.
Yeah.
And just him, hiding out in this country, all he was asking for was to just live. And he couldn't live there. And you can't help but draw the similarities to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I enjoyed it. And, he uses a fictional country in the book and, fictional storylines, but it's pretty similar. I think it's a really good way for people that maybe have like preconceived notions about immigration. It kind of wipes that clear. Like I found when I was reading this, even my own like little biases that come in here and there that you can't help but have were kind of erased when I read this. And then it really did a 180 for me to really put myself in someone else's shoes.
At the beginning, I was like, I wasn't sure what to think about that he took a fictional country. And then, but after some time, I thought that it's really, really clever, because you can't fall into the trap to think, yeah, but that's somewhere else.
Exactly.
You really have to take it as a general statement. And that's what I thought was a very, very good thing about this, what you really managed to do.
I felt the same way. Like, I wondered at first, I was like, why are you making a fictional country?
Exactly.
Like, but then, once I read it, I realized that you have no judgments about that country.
Exactly.
You have no stereotypes, you have no anything, so it was perfect.
And you have no chance to, push it away from you. You have to accept that it's something general that happens everywhere. And
exactly.
Yeah. And it's happening everywhere at the moment. It's not just the US.
Right. It's not just US. It's And we were talking earlier about stuff that happens over here, and it's everywhere.
Yeah. On a purely subjective level, what got you in the book? What was it about for you?
I don't know if this is overly simple, but in one of the opening, right away, he was explaining the guy's a runner. and just he's taking you through all the thoughts that a runner would go through, you know. And I've spent periods of my life being a runner, and but never a great runner like he is. And so it was cool to feel like I got to be in the body of an amazing runner and what they would think, you know. And even how he was outsmarting the guy that was next to him. Yeah, he was like, as soon as I can hear him breathing heavy, I'm gonna start to sing. To mess with his mind.
That was such a strong moment in the novel.
Yeah, and so for me, I just love that. Like, I just forgot about everything else and just couldn't put the book down once I read that scene.
I'm looking for the card, because one of the questions for you would be, do you run?
Yeah, I do. I don't run as much as I could lately, but there have been periods of my life where I, would run every morning and run through the winter, Canadian winters.
Really?
And feel invincible. It's running in the winter is really fun because
I always look at people and I'm like,
they look crazy, but you have 5 seconds of being extremely cold, and then suddenly you get this like invisibility cloak, and you're just warm, and you're looking at everyone with their coats on. You're like, I'm feeling good. So I would highly recommend winter running.
Really?
That can be our next talk after you do some winter running.
Okay. I really, actually, after reading this, I'm like more a contra running person, like for health reasons.
Right.
But after reading this, I was again, maybe I should give it a try. So I'm more like a biker, but
biking's pretty.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Okay. What did you really like about the book?
What did I really like? This is my second Lawrence Hill book. I really just like how he gets in, like, I can't believe that he can get into his characters like in that way, like. And no, not to stray from this book, but his other book, Book of Negroes, follows the main character as a woman. And I was floored. Like, I hate knowing the gender sometimes of an author. Yeah. When, because then you're checking like, what?
Actually, I thought it was a woman because of the name at the beginning when I read it. And I'm pretty happy that I didn't really know that.
Yeah. So I just like how he writes and how he gets into his characters, and he's not afraid to be like, say, embarrassing things. Like I feel like some of his things are like, he's just so... He really says what the character is thinking, and sometimes it's embarrassing, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, that's great. Was there anything that annoyed you?
That annoyed me?
Or that you didn't like?
I really liked it.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I don't know. What about you? You were saying that it wasn't like...
There was some, I think... There are some plot twists that I thought were a tiny bit unrealistic, like some things where I thought, okay, right. I'm glad that you let it turn out this way, but I don't buy it that
like
it would
the perfect
really happen this way.
Sort of thing.
Yeah,
that for me too. But I kind of like that.
I like on a level I liked it, and on some level when I read books I'm like, I don't buy it.
But and then on another level it's satisfying because that's what you want to happen.
Exactly, that's what you want to happen.
But so I guess I agree with you in that way. Yeah. But I just like nice endings.
Yeah, me too. So on that level. And I mean, he brings across the important points anyway. As we talked before when you said, I mean, he captures this situation so very good. There's like, and he brings it across. There's like one passage where I think one of the journalists, there's a journalist in the story, and I think she writes, or someone says, people who will get on a boat, give all their savings to get on this boat and really risk their life on those boats, they will have a reason to leave. They would not risk their life and all their savings if they didn't have a good reason to leave, if they didn't need a place to go. So, like, to bring the point across that it's so horrific to turn those people away.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what the average person sometimes doesn't see, especially if in their communities maybe there's not a lot of immigrants and the only ones they're hearing about are on the news or on, in a story. It's people don't just do I would not do that. I wouldn't say goodbye to everyone I love and just go to a country where I don't know anything about it. It's completely different. I don't know the language, and risk my life to do it and not be able to make money when I'm there. Like, that makes no sense. No one would do that. Yeah.
And he brings that across very good.
Yeah.
And also, like, the thing, because the journalist also talks about how you can say that any human being is illegal she says only somebody can be a criminal and some actions can be illegal, but a person can simply not be illegal.
Yeah.
And I love that about the novel too.
Yeah.
Was there some point that made you cry? Are you a book crier?
You know what? I don't think I'm a book crier. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I'm a book crier. I cry all the other times. Probably cried today. Cried because I was cranky in the van. I don't know. I was very touched by it. Like I get very affected by books. Like this, I can't leave the headspace of the characters and the way they talk sometimes for weeks.
Yeah.
Until I start another book. But I don't know if I cried. Did you cry?
I actually, it's only been 2 days. I was thinking about this morning when I went through the questions, and I'm not sure, but because I'm a huge crier, to admit that I'm a huge book crier, but I'm not sure. But I mean, there wasn't. I think there wasn't any point that was so really bad. I mean, you could have like in the ending for like relief, maybe.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Did you identify? I mean, maybe with you said because of the running with any of the characters specifically.
I don't know. I mean, I think I just identified with the lead. I identified with them all. Like it was an interesting character too. The woman that kind of runs the whole town there when in the new country. Not that I identify with her, but I just thought that was such a cool character that he really brought out, and you really got to see like why she is the way she is. And
I love that character because it wasn't just a black and white character, because she was like many
totally, and
many layers.
At the end, you kind of find out why she is like she is. And then the reporter in the wheelchair. She was cool. She was like tough as nails. And I kind of related to all of them. They're all very human, like really great characters.
And like even the secretary of the one, I mean, there's a lot of corruption going on in this novel, and like one of the secretaries, I mean, also the Rocco guy who worked in the ministry, he was also a not black and white person. Right. And I love that there were like two characters that weren't like definitely good or definitely bad.
Yeah, they were kind of bad, but you still liked them and you still understood where they were coming from.
And his secretary was like only a small character, but even she was so cool.
Totally.
And saved the day.
Totally.
Absolutely saved the day. Last question.
Okay. At
the beginning, Kita, the main character, gets new running shoes. And I mean, there it is for money reasons, but and he has to like only wear them for running and not anyone else, although he wants to because he loves them so much and they are so cool. Are there things you keep for good times?
That I don't wear any other times?
Yeah, exactly. Or did you as a kid like? Or
you know what? Yeah, I do. Like my closet at home is a lot of sneakers that I've only worn once or twice because maybe I want to wear them on stage or if it's like a nice day. But I live in Montreal and it's like rainy and snowy and muddy all the time. And black clothes sometimes, like I like my clothes to be black. And so if I get a new black T-shirt, I'm just very like, I'll wear it for a couple hours or. Now I have so many black clothes, it doesn't matter, but I do that a lot. And I used to like save things or like little, if I played a show, and you get the little lanyard and it says like you play Reeperbahn Festival and all that stuff. And I would save them all.
Oh yeah, I save them too. Yeah.
That kind of stuff. But I like stuff like that. But keeping things and keeping them neat and protecting them is nice. I like that part of the book too. It's cute.
Yeah. Okay, I think that concludes that.
Yeah, that's great. It was great talking to you.
Thank you so much. Great talking to you again. And we're going to close the same way we closed last time. God, I didn't do this for so long. Don't forget, support your local book dealer.
Hi, I'm in bed with Ria Mae. That's not the point you're supposed to know.
Hilarious.
We're at the Reeperbahn Festival.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Hamburg before?
No.
So you've never been to the Reeperbahn before?
I've never been to the Reeperbahn before.
Oh, what happened last night?